Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So today so yesterday we finished. Yesterday we finished first chapter. Okay, first chapter. That is about the what Rupa Samodhisa. Samodhisa means indicating the Rupa. Okay. Enumeration, we can simply say enumeration of the Rupa, counting the Rupa. So then in brief, we can understand that there are 28 Rupas. Okay. 28 Rupas we have. So, okay, wait. 28 Rupas, okay. So, man, the 28 Rupas, 4 Rupas are main Rupas, okay. So, without these 4 Rupas, we cannot understand what Rupa it is, what Rupa is, or what is a Rupa. So, because all the other Rupas, 24, are derived from these 4 great elements, okay. So, among these 28 Rupa also, 18 are real Rupa, the remaining 10 are the after knowing this kind of a Rupa.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Yeah.
You said that the 80 rupas are real rupa, and after that?
Then the remaining 10 Rupas are artificial, not real Rupa. Okay. The remaining 10 Rupas are not real Rupa. So, where it is? Let me share the screen. And also, where are you? Okay. Someday I okay. Here the screen Rupa chapter with the Chinese translation. Okay, you got it. So that is Rupa Samodhisa. Okay, before we already study. So last part of that paper, okay, here yesterday we finished here. Lakhana Rupa. Chati Rupa Mewa Paneda Upajaya Santati Namena Bhaochati. So in continuation of yesterday's talk, it is yesterday we finished with the Lakhana Rupa. Okay, the sign of the Rupa. Okay, sign of the materiality. This sign of the materiality, as you see. So Upajaya arising, Santati continuity, Jarada getting old, Anijada decay. So these are the signs, as you see, not the real Rupa, they are signs or they are marks of the Rupa. So man these 4, Jati Rupa Mewa Paneta. Upajaya Santati, 2 names are given. That 2 names you can understand as a Jati rebirth. Okay, you can, even though it is a Upajaya Santati arising in continuity, we can simply say as a Jati, okay, arising or beginning. Ekadasa Vidam Beda Rupa. Okay, altogether we have 11 kinds. Okay, 11 kinds, don't forget. So we take so much time for this chapter. Please try to remember Mahabuddha. Number 1 is Mahabuddha. Number 2, Pasada Rupa, sensitivity, Gochara Rupa, objects. And then Bhava Rupa, okay. And then Hadaya Rupa, okay. And then Jivida Rupa, Ahara Rupa. So 7 kinds we get. After that, Pariccheda Rupa, Vinyati Rupa, Vigara Rupa, and then Lakhana Rupa. Altogether 11 kinds. Okay, 11 kinds we can understand. So in brief, Rupa is a 1. Okay, and if we try to divide the Rupa into 2, then one we can remember that is a Mahabuddha and Upadha Rupa, great element and derivatives. Then if we again can divide into 11 kinds, okay, into 11 kinds as we counted before. Here you can see Mahabuddha Rupa, okay, bold letter, Pasada Rupa, Gochara Rupa, Bhava Rupa, 4 kinds, and then Bhava Rupa. And then here we get Hadaya Rupa, okay, or Vatu Rupa also we got, and then Jivita Rupa, Ahara Rupa, and then Pariccheda Rupa, Vinyati, Vigara, Lakhana, altogether 11 kinds. So into it can be Rupa can be categorized into 11. Okay, Amy. So first one, 1, 2, and then 11. After that, we can say altogether how many? Rupa is 28 kinds. Okay, 28. Atha Visati Vidam 40 Sarupa Vasena. In terms of enumeration, we can simply say individually we can count as 28 rupas. Okay. So these 28 rupa here mentioned what? Katham Buddha Pasada we say, oh, here the way in Bali. So they make a verse after the explanation in order to make us remember. Okay, in order to make us remember. So here the Manreva Anuruddha make this verse. Okay, so there you can see Buddha, one kind of Rupa, Pasada, another kind, Visaya and Gojara, the same object. Bhava, so femininity, masculinity, gender. Hadaya, okay, Hadaya is a heart base. And then Jivida, Hara, Jivida and Ahara, you can divide altogether. Atharasa Vidam, or they are 18 real rupas. Okay. Then Pariccheda Vinyati, this is space, and also intimation Vinyati. We got all significant change, significant manner, Lakhana sign, how to get. So we get Anipana Dasa, the remaining 2, Pariccheda 1, Vinyati 2, and then we got 5, Lakhana 4. So even though we got 5 kinds of Rupa, we have to take only 3. Okay, so we can get the 3. 1 Pariccheda, 2 Vinyati, 3 Vigara, 4 Lakhana. We altogether 10. These 10 rupas are named as Anipana Rupa. They are not real Rupa. 10 Dasa means 10. So we can simply say the number here, Atharasa Vidam 18 real Rupa. And then Anipana Dasa 10 no, then the Then we can get it. Athavisati Vidam.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Yeah.
After you said Anipanadasa and
Anipana dasa 10 artificial rupa. 10 arupa rupa. Okay, then Anipana rupa. Okay. So that altogether, so 18 plus 10, we have a 28 rupa. Atha visa vidam bhawe. Okay, and then here also explanation, translation is there. So this way, and then you remember all the 28 rupas. Okay, so and then also according to the Dhammasangani Bali, we have to minus Hadaya Vatu. Okay, Hadaya, this Hadaya is not included in the Dhammasangani Abhidhamma Bali. Okay, but it is later, okay, later in inclusion of the commentators. So that remember. So after the enumeration of the 28 rupas, so we go to the analysis of the rupa. So rupa can be analyzed. Okay, rupa vibhaga, that is analysis of the rupa. Okay, rupa vibhaga here. Sabanja paneda rupa ahituga. So eda rupa. All of these rupa, okay, all of these 28 rupas, ahedugam, they are, here this is a session, vibhaga analysis session, try to analyze rupa, okay, into one group, into two groups, okay. So that is trying to analysis. In this way, they try to make an analysis about the rupa. So here, when we analyze the rupa, then what we can see is it is aheduka. So hedu means a root. Ka means have. A means no. Aheduka means without root. Okay. So they arise without root cause. So here hedu refer to the root. So we have 6 kinds of root. So loba, dosa, moha, aloba, adosa, amoha. Okay, loba, greed, dosa, hatred, moha, delusion. So aloba, adosa, amoha, they are no greed, no hatred, no delusion. So these are 6 rules. Okay, whatever happened in our mind, they are driven by these rules. For example, when we do good things, at that time, the driving force are aloba, adosa, amoha. Okay, no greed, no hatred, no delusion. Suppose if we share something with the other people, at that time you have no attachment. Okay, and no attachment, no greed is there. So that, and because of you are driven by no greed, that's why you are ready to offer, ready to give, ready to share something you have with the other people. Sometimes it is adosa. Adosa is a metta, loving kindness, or no hatred. If you are angry to someone, then other than you will not give anything to that one because you get angry. So only when you has a no anger, okay, dosa, metta, instead we have a loving kindness to another person, other than we are ready to give, okay, even the thing we treasure a lot. Even though only suppose sometimes we have you have only one thing to eat, maybe an apple or something, and that But your friends, your beloved friend come to you. Then, even though it is not enough, even for you alone, but you are ready to share that and that apple with your friends. Why? Because of adosa. Okay, adosa drive you to give, to share whatever you have with other people. So amoha also wisdom. Amoha is no delusion. If our mind is not deluded, it means we know what is cause, what is effect, what is right, what is wrong, what is helpful, what is harmful. Then we are ready to give, ready to observe morality, ready to practice meditation, ready to listen the Dhamma, ready to give service to the senior persons, senior citizens. So because we know wisdom is there, in our mind, uh, uh, the wisdom lead us, okay, to do that sort of thing. In this way, when we do good things, Loba, Aloba, Adosa, Amoha, these three root causes are driving forces, okay? They drive us to do this or that good things. So on the contrary, there are also Loba, Dosa, Moha, okay? Negative driving forces are also there. So when we are greedy, at the time we will not give something to others because we want to get more and more rather than giving. Okay, so also that's why we don't give, we don't share, we try to hide. So at that time, agusala jeda, even though someone asks you to give something, to share something with it, you may say that no, I don't have it. Okay, because it is our mind, other than our mind is driving by the loba, greed, and also dosa, hatred. So because of the hate, anger, we try to torture other people. So other than agusala arises. So that is dosa make us to do bad things, immoral things. And also moha, ignorance, we are not able to discern whether it is good or bad, right or wrong, helpful or harmful. Then we do whatever happen, whatever is, whatever the condition provide us. So in this way, when we do bad thing also, our minds are driving, or we can simply say that we are driving by the Loba Dosa Moha. But for the happening or rising of the Rupa, okay, materiality, there is no such a things, okay. So that's why it is called aheduka, okay. So arising or the materiality, they just arise, okay. Not, they don't have a root cause, okay. They don't have a root like a loba dosa moha, aloba dosa amoha. So that's why they are called rootless, okay. They don't associate with the root. So roots are, as you see, I told you, loba dosa moha, root causes, they are mentalities happen in our mind. So materialities are the physical things. So mentality and materiality cannot associate. Okay, cannot associate. That's why it is rupas, materiality. These 28 rupas are called aheduka rupa, aheduka. Okay, and also sabbajaya. Even though there is no such a root cause, like a loba dosa moha, aloba dosa moha, they are conditioned by the karma. Okay, karma is our action. So, and also citta, consciousness, and also udu, temperature, ahara, nutriment. They are with the conditions. They have been.
Sorry, Sayadaw. So after ahara, what did you say?
The ahara. Yeah. Kama jita udu ahara. Okay. So these are 4 conditions. So because of these 4 conditions, materiality arises. Materiality arises. Okay. That's why without these 4 conditions, materiality cannot arise. And with it, internally and externally, they cannot arise. Okay. That's why they are called the sapajaya together with the root materiality. Is something which arise together with the pajaya conditions. Conditioned things, we can simply say. Sasawa. So sasawa here. Sasawa means asawa. Sa asawa. So asawa is intoxicant. Sasawa. Okay. Mental intoxicant. Like asawa is something like a liquor. Okay. Something like a narcotic drinks. If we drink such a juice, such a liquid, then you feel you get lost. Okay, your mind, and also you that sort of thing. It is called asawa. We can simply say that liquor, or narcotic drinks, also narcotic drugs. So we got to make in the ancient time to get the narcotic drinks or alcoholic drinks, then they have to put many fruits together for a long time. So then it become a fermented. Then when someone drinks, it become a dizzy or whatever. Maybe they get a lost consciousness. So in our mind also, so we have such a dhamma. Okay. So as the alcoholic drink has to be fermented for a long time, so also these dhamma, actually negative dhamma, negative emotion, negative mentalities, so they lie, they remain, or their potentiality remain within ourselves. So throughout the samsara, from the time we cannot know beginning. So, so that's why it has been permitted, okay, in our mind for a long time. That's why they are called asawa. So what are these mental? That's why we can call it that as a mental intoxicant. Okay, mental intoxicant. So they are karma, attachment to the sensual pleasures, okay, attachment to the becomings, pawasawa, and also attachment to the root views, okay, attachment to the views, and also kamasawa, bhavasawa, and also another is datasawa. It is a wrong view. Datasawa is a wrong view, and then avijjasawa is ignorance. So you can see within ourselves, these are lobha, deity, and moha. They remain within ourselves for a long time, up to now. So maybe it will continue to remain. And be, people, even up to the time we attain the enlightenment. Okay. So when we attain the enlightenment, then they will be disappeared. That's why they call asawakaya. So here the point I'm explaining is sasawa, rupas. Okay, materialities are the objects that can be taken by the can be taken as an object. Okay, or the karma, or the lobha, deity, and the avijja. Okay, craving, wrong view, and then more. delusion, ignorance. So that's why, because these rupas are the object for these mental intoxicants, that's why they are called sasawa. Okay, sasawa. So that's why it's a sankada conditioned things, like a sabajaya. Okay, sankada and sabajaya, they are just explanation for the two, for one thing. That is, the sabajaya means that they are together with the conditions. Okay, sankada means that they are conditioned. Okay, like air conditioned, like the air we condition, then it changed into another form. So also rupa, the rupa, we have materialities, they are conditioned. So Bhathavi Dhatu, hardness and softness. Okay, to become a hard, also it is conditioned. To become a soft, also it is conditioned by the temperature or by the consciousness or by the karma or by the nutriment as well. That's why they are called sankada. Materialities are called sankada. All of the materiality. So we cannot say there is a some materiality which is asankada, unconditioned. No, there is no such a division. All of the rupas are ahetuka, rootless, and also they are conditioned with the they are with the conditions, and also sasawa. They are the object of the mental intoxicants, and also they are conditioned by the karma, chitta, utu, ahara, four conditions. And also they belong to lokiya, lokiya. So lokiya. No, they don't, rupa belong to lokiya, not lokodara. Not, lokiya means mundane. Lokodara is a supramundane. So rupa is mundane, lokiya. Because, so if you see this rupa can be claimed to, okay, why do we call lokiya? The lokiya means what? Panchu Parana Khandi Sankhati Loki Iwa Priya Bana. So, because it belongs to the word. The word here means five aggregates of a clinging. Okay? Five aggregates of a clinging. It belongs to the five aggregates of clinging. Means that's why they are called lokiya, mundane. So Kama Vajaram. So they are also Kama Vajara. So Kama Vajara means the object of the Kama Vajara here. Kama Vajaram, the domain. Okay, then Kama Vajara means the domain or the craving. It remains in the domain of the craving. Okay, that's why it is called Kama Vajara. So sometimes it is Kama Vajara is it translated as something that usually happens in the sensual sphere. Okay, something that usually happens in the sensual sphere, generally or mostly happen in the sensual sphere. It is called Kama Vajara. So if we look at the if we try to analyze materiality in terms of existence, it usually appear in the Kamavajara and the sensual sphere. So most of them, even though we have a materiality in the Rupa existence, okay, Rupa existence also we have a materiality. For the Brahmas, we have a materiality, but they are very few compared to Kamavajara. So also, so even though the beings who belong to the Brahma abode, they have a Rupa, visible object. So when we see Brahma, then we may have, oh, they are very beautiful, very handsome. And then they become,
Sorry, Sayadaw.
yeah.
So you said when we see the Brahma, and after that?
When we see the Brahma, then we may have a craving. Wait a moment. Can we wait for a moment?
Yes, Sayadaw.
Wait. Okay. So even though we see the Rupa Brahma, okay, Rupa Brahma actually there is a sight. Okay, they have a form, shape, appearance. When we see Rupa Brahma, Brahmas, so sometimes we may have an attachment. Okay, of course. So they are so beautiful, very lovely, and so on. Okay, so that in this way it become the object. They become the object of our craving, kamadana. Okay, they become the object of a craving. That's why wherever it is, okay, Rupa, whenever Rupa is there, it remains as the object of the sensual desire. So that's why it is called Kama Vajara. And then Anaramana, they are not able to take an object. Okay. So because they themselves is object. So they cannot, these Rupa cannot be taken. But we to suppose earth element cannot take another as object. Okay, because so that's why all of the rupas are called anaramana. There is no rupa which can take an object. Then the last one is abhadabha meva. Can bahadabha means abundant, to be abundant. Abhadabha meva means that it cannot be abundant. So something to be abundant. So people may say that, oh, you abandon this one or that one and so on. Actually, maybe I don't know in your country, in Myanmar, sometimes children are not good. They are so difficult to admonish, to teach. So they are so violent. That's why parents, they cut off the relationship. And then it means that they abandon their children. But even though they abandon their children, but in their mind, okay, love, okay, parental love is still there, okay. So that's why something to be abandoned is only the craving, attachment, okay, attachment or hatred or delusion and so on. These are the things to be abandoned. The materialities are not the thing to be abandoned. Okay, by abandoning materiality is of no use. So some people, if we don't know this kind of idea, Abhidhamma idea, then we may say, when we see what some of the Buddha's discourses, the Buddha's said to the people, to the master, Rupam Bhikkhve Nadomagam. Man's Rupa is not yours, materiality is not yours. Tambajahata, abandon then, abandon it. Rupam Bhikkhve Nadomagam Dambajahata. So, this is the Buddha said. The Buddha said, in that case, if we do not understand the deeper meaning of the Buddha's word, then we may say, oh, this is materiality, what I have, but we are what is your, this rupa should be abandoned, throw away. but it doesn't mean so to abandon the Rupa figuratively. The Buddha said it means to abandon attachment to materiality. Okay. So there is a one Vinaya rule. So when Vinaya rule for the monks, okay, Vinaya rule for the monks. So the Buddha also encouraged, okay, to abandon like this. Rupa Megwe Nato Magan, Dambajada, Rupa is not yours, please abandon. Then also the story, one of the stories is there in the Vinaya. So a monk, he was ordained. Okay, after the ordination, he practiced meditation. Maybe because of some reason, the lustful desire arises. Okay, at that time, what he do is he trying to cut off his organ, and then it was reported to the Buddha. The Buddha explained that it is not the thing to cut off. The thing to be cut off is only the craving or attachment. You have to cut off attachment. Okay, in this way the Buddha admonished. So here also, Rupa is an materiality. Any materiality is another thing to be abandoned. Okay, even though you abandon something, but if you still have an attachment to that, then that is, it does not mean that you abandon. So because it is not the right place, right thing to be abandoned. So that's why in the Four Noble Truths, the Buddha explained that Dukkha Sajjam Brijanando, this Dukkha Sajja, this materiality is belong to Dukkha, okay, suffering, and truth of a suffering. That is, truth of a suffering is to understand, okay, we have to understand as Dukkha, and then not to abandon. But this, for the Samudaya Sajja, create the cause of the suffering, that is a craving. Then the Buddha says, Samudaya Sajjam Bhajahando, you have to abandon that craving. Okay, the craving is something to be abandoned. Okay, materiality is another thing to be abandoned. That's why here, the Buddha, here mentioned that Abhadava Meva. In the Dhammasingani also, it is explained like this. So these lists are given in the Dhammasingani as well. Abhadava Meva. So there is no variation among the rupas. Okay, they are only one, Ekavida. In terms of being rootless, all of the materialities are rootless. And also, Sabbajaya, they are with the conditions. Sasawa, they are the object of the mental intoxicants. Sankata, they are conditioned by the four conditions. Lokiya, they belong to the mundane world. And then Kama Vajara, okay, they are the object of the sensual desire. Okay. And then Naramana, they cannot take any objects. Okay. And also they are not the thing to be abandoned. So in this nature, so these are the nature of the Rupa, we can simply say. In terms of this nature, there is no differentiation among the Rupa. They cannot be divided into two or three, and so only one. Eka Vidambi. But these Rupa, though they are one in this nature, they can be divided in many, they can be categorized into many groups. Ajatika, Bahira, internal, external, etc. So here, so I will share a chart. Okay. I will share a chart with you. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Today I make a chart to make you understand. Where are you? Okay, this one. This is the analysis of the materiality. Okay, analysis of the materiality. I don't know you see or not.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Okay, analysis of the materiality. So this, with this chart, you can know the whole chapter. Okay, so firstly, in the first column, all the rupas are mentioned here up to the here with this color. We divided. So one here means the, as I explained you now, Ahituka, rootless. So one here means starting from the Ahituka, they are all of them are rootless and so on. They are with the conditions, Sasawa, they are with the mental intoxicants and so on. They are one, no variation. But they can be divided into two, as internal and external. Okay, internal, external. So among these 28 rupa, we have only 5 internal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, from Jaku, eye to the eye sensitivity to E, body sensitivity. These 5 belong to internal material. Okay, it attached to our body. Okay, that's why something attached to our body. That is called what? Internet. Okay. Cheku soda gana kaya. So the remaining, the other things are called external. Okay, but we other 23 rupas are called external. Okay. And then another way to categorize is a base or no base. Okay. So some of the materiality they serve at the base, okay, so, but the other cannot serve at the base for the other to rise. So these are the Dhamma here. Cheku Soda Gana Jiva Kaya. These 5, okay, can serve as a base, and also here Hadaya, hard base. So altogether 6 root materiality, they can serve at the base for the other to arise. For example, eye consciousness arise depending on this eye sensitivity. Okay, basing on this sensitivity, eye consciousness arises. Basing on the ear sensitivity, then ear consciousness arises. So also Ghana, basing on the nose sensitivity, nose consciousness arises, Jinwa, then Kaya, body, and then Hadaya, heart. Basing on the heart, then mental consciousness arises, my element, mental consciousness element arises. So that's why altogether, these 6 rupas, they belong to the base. They can be grouped as a base. Okay, the rupa that serve at the base for the other mentality, materiality to arise. So among 28, we have a 6 rupa. Other rupas cannot serve at the base. So also door and no door. Okay, non-door. So some of the rupa can serve at the door. The door, as you see, door, from through the door we enter and we go out. So also in our physical body we have a 6 sense doors. So they are what? Cheku, Soda, Gana, Jinwa, Kaya. Okay, and also here what we can see. Here Kaya Vinyati, Vaji Vinyati. Okay, these 2 Vinyati, so 5 and 2 altogether 7. They serve at the door for the Jeda, Kusala Jeda, wholesome consciousness and unwholesome consciousness to enter or to go out. So it is very clear that you see someone through the eye door, okay, eye sensitivity, then their lobha arises. So, and also the by seeing someone who is a virtuous or maybe aloba, so chetana, or what you want to offer something, or you want to practice meditation, and so on, it happens. So in this way, so through these doors, so we absorb kusala, agusala, and also we make other people to get angry or to be biased or maybe to be generous. So that's why this is having Cheku Sota Pai Pasada and two Vinyati. They are called as a door. The Rupas will sub at the door, and the other Rupa they don't sub at the door. So that day also we have to understand. Then another Indriya, but the other cannot sub at the faculty. Okay, here the point is a faculty and non-faculty. Some of the Rupa can sub at the faculty. So faculty is in Bali is called Indriya. They govern like a governor. In governor, if you have a governor, so that governor he governs the city. Okay, so in that the city, everything he can order, so everyone obey his order. So also in our body also we have a faculties. Okay, so like a Jakundariya, Jakku Indriya. So in the area of the eye, okay, in the domain of the eye, that the eye sensitivity has a controlling power. Okay, it has a controlling power. So also, but the eye sensitivity does not have a controlling power in the ear door. Okay, in the ear. So in the eye, it has a eye sensitivity has a controlling power. So that's why it is a faculty here. So Cheku Soda Gana Jiwa Kaya. Okay, they have a controlling power in their respective stations. And also here, 8 Purisindriya, 2 gender rupas. Okay, so femininity and masculinity, they are also they also have a controlling power in their respective domain. Okay, so and then Jividendriya, life controlling faculty. Okay, so this one also has a Jividendriya, life controlling faculty as a controlling power in their domain. So that's why altogether 8 rupa. Okay, 8 rupa, 5 pasada, 2 bhava, and 1 in jivita. So these rupa are they serve at they have a controlling power in their respective places. That's why they are called Indriya rupa. The other rupa, remaining rupa, 20 rupas, they don't have such a controlling power in their respective place. That's why they are called na anindriya rupa, no faculty rupa. And also here, then the title is giving gross and subtle, Olarika and Sukuma, gross rupa. Some of the materials are very gross, rough. Okay, easy to gross and rough, it means easy to touch. Okay, so when it is strike, then we can know it has a kind of a strength. So some of the materiality, they are so subtle. Okay, so subtle, it is intangible. So that's what the rupas are there. So that's why if we divide the gross and subtle, then here we make a colors. These rupas are gross rupa, materiality. Okay, starting from the Jakku up to the Potapa. So five pasada and the five gojara. Okay, five gojara, even though we said it's a Potapa is a combination of a Batavi Dejo Vayo. Okay, so that's why these rupa. Okay, pasada and gojara. These two group of the rupa. Altogether, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 rupa. Actually, 12 rupa there. Because of Potapa is a combination of a Patavi, Tejo, and Vayo. So earth, fire, and wind. That's why we can, if we enumerate, we say that the 12 Olarika rupa, 12 gross rupa. The remaining are subtle rupas. Okay. The remaining I don't mark with the color. It is called subtle rupa. Okay. And also we can say Olarika rupa, Supama rupam, Sabadika, Abadika. Okay. Tangible, intangible. We can simply say Sabadika, striking, something with a rupa which is with the striking, okay, something which is with the without striking, apadiga, and also dhure rupa, sandike rupa. Sandike means close, and then dhure means far, distant rupa. So these Cheku Soda Gana Jiva Kaya Rupa Sada Gana Rasa Phodava, they can be, they are so gross. That's why they can be regarded as a close rupa. Okay? And also other the subde rupas, they are called the dure rupa, distant rupas. Okay. So the same name. So next one is karma born or not. Some of the rupas are born or produced by the karma. So when we produce a karma, when we make a karma, that other time we mostly around you because of the
sorry, Sayadaw.
yes, you lost the,
So when you say when we make a gamma and after that?
yeah. When we make a karma, so it is driving, our mind is driving by craving around you. Okay, craving around you. Then the driving force is a craving around you. Then because of that driving force, we make a karma, good or bad karma. So that karma produces a rupa. Okay, that sort of rupa is called karma born matter here. We simply say, in the text it is called upadina rupa, clan to kamajang upadina rupa. Karma born matters are called the rupa, which the rupa produced by the rupa which are result of a karma, okay, derived driven by the craving and around you. Upadina rupa. So we can simply understand that the karma born matters. Okay, karma born matter here. The eye we have, the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body. Okay, what do we have? That we have is a born of a karma. Okay, the gender. Okay, Edinariya, Buddhisindariya. This is born of a karma, and also the heart. That is also born of a karma. Okay, so it is a karma born matters. Pasada bhava jivita sankhatam. Okay, Indriya rupa also the same. Okay, they are not different from the Indriya rupa. Avine bhoga rupa and Indriya rupa. So here is a Kamabon matter, Kamajan Ubadena Rupam. Okay. Kamabon, these rupas, I make a color. This Jagu Soda Gana Jiva Kaya, and then Etiniriya, Purisindiriya, and then Hadaya Watu. Okay. They are called Kamabon matters. Okay. So produced by the karma. The other matters are also there. They cannot be called as a karma born matter. Okay. Then visible and invisible. So among 28 rupa, we have only one visible rupa. Okay, it is called rupa, sight, visible object. Other are invisible. Yeah, you can see in the chart. And then another one is the Gochara Gahika and Gochara Gahika. Gochara means object. Gaha means a take. So the materiality that take an object. Material actually, previously we already said materiality cannot take an object. But here we simply translate as an object taker. But the way we want to explain here is that it receive just it serve at the reception. Okay, it serve at the reception. Eye sensitivity receive the object, visible object. Ear also receive the sound. Nose also receive the smell. Only receiving, cannot take as a mind. Okay, mind can take an object. So, but the materiality cannot take an object, but just receive. Among these 28 rupas, so Jaku Soda Gana Jingwa Kaya. Okay, and anyone, any materiality can take an object. No. Okay, the materiality, this Jaku Soda, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body sensitivities, they can receive object. Okay, they serve as the receiver. Okay, so that's why we simply translate as an object taker. Okay, so don't confuse with another mana. For the mind, it take an object, and also it reproduce again another mentality. But for the materiality, they just receive. They have a no productive power. Okay, so that sort of thing is called object taker. Then remaining materialities, they cannot receive the object. That's why they are called agocharakahika. So among these five also, Jaku and Soda, eye and ear. So even though visible object does not come closer to us, so we can see they can receive distant objects. Okay, in touch only when it is very close. Okay, for the Ghana Jiva Kaya, this sensitivity can take the object only when it come into contact with our sensitivities. Okay, it means only when it is very close to the sensitivity, they can receive the object. Okay, but for the eye and ear, even though we are now, I talk to you from a very distant place, you can hear. So that sort of thing is different. Even now you can hear, you can see me from that very distant place. Okay, so but you cannot get my smell. So that is the difference between among these five object taker group or receiver of the object. So Jaku and Soda, eye and ear can take distant objects, but for the nose, tongue, and body, they take only very close object. So, but the other rupas cannot take any object, cannot receive, cannot serve as the receiver of the object. So among the 28 rupas, yeah, the last one is inseparable, inseparable. Separable means we can separate. Okay? But inseparable means even in a very tiny dust, even in a very small dust, okay, they remain together. Okay, they remain together. They are inseparable by any means, by any way. So even though you try to smash into very, very small pieces, even in a very small pieces, we can find this materiality. So they are what, 8? Okay. Apatavi, Abo, Dejo, Waya. 4 great elements everywhere. You can find, you can get, they remain together. And also Vana, appearance. Whatever color it may be, they have appearance. Okay. If they are together, but we are Dejo, Vayo, then we have a one appearance, Rupa. And also Ganda. So whatever it may be, we can get a smell from that. And also Rasa. Rasa means taste. If we pick up and chew, then we can get a certain taste. Okay. And also here, Ahara, nutriment. So whatever leaves you bite, you chew it, then we get any nutriment. We can get some of the things they provide a very good positive nutriment. Some are negative nutriment they may get. Whatever may be, they provide a nutriment. So that's why these 8 kinds of rupa I got here. So Pataviya Bodhijo Vayo, and then Rupa, Kanda Rasa, and then what, Ahara, altogether 8. These 8 is these 8 matters remain together wherever they are. Okay, in whatever property we can find. So that's why these 8 materials are called inseparable matters. The remaining matters are called separable matter, can be separated. Okay. So I and E cannot be together. Okay. They can be separated. So in this way, we have such a kind of analysis of the materiality. We're trying to, maybe you're trying to look at the chart, and then you may be able to analyze the 28 rupas. Okay. So in terms of the nature of a changing, they are only one. And also in terms of being rootless and the object of a sensual desire, they are one only. They belong to mundane. They cannot take an object. And also they are the thing not to be abandoned. In this sense, they are the one. But even they can be divided as internal and external. Internal, what I make a color here is the first part of in the column. Internal is a colored. External is no color. Base is a colored. No base is no color. Door rupa, material that's up at the door, they are colored. The remaining no color. Okay. In this way, I think you can understand the analysis of the rupa. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much for listening. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiran Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiran Daitadu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.